Hey, everybody.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah with Funkify.
And Chris with FunkyBrims.
Welcome to our FunkyBrims Live tonight. We are doing it on Wednesday instead of Thursday this week, but we'll be back to our normal time next week. So I'm going to share it, and he's going to tell you a little bit more.
Yeah. So we're waiting for everyone to get on. So we do have a physical store in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And there's a big event going on downtown tomorrow night that we just kind of have to be at the store for. So didn't want to cancel it all together this week, and so decided to move it to Wednesday night for this 1 week only. Next week we'll be back on Thursday nights as normal. Hey, Eric. Hey, Alan. Appreciate you guys jumping on here. Got some exciting stuff. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I guess we talked to you on the night of Thanksgiving, but hey, Scott. Hey, Dean. So one of these two corners, at least on those of you who are on Facebook, you should see a QR code that will take you to the link for all the caps on tonight's live. There's also a link posted to the very top of this, or you can just go to FunkyBrims.com and you'll find it. And hey, Ricardo, Troy, everybody, Philip, glad everybody's jumping on tonight. Just a few of you. Got our Zoltar going off over there. Again, we are in the store tonight since we're closing in. Hello from Fort Worth, Rob. Not too far away there. Hey, Dean. Glad to be here on Wednesday. I do have some new caps tonight. The codes tonight are FB Line 10 for all of the new ones we're showing, all the exclusive ones, all of the ones with Alfonso that we've been dropping recently, Alfonso d'Este out of Italy. And then Holiday 15 for all the rest of them, probably down here at the bottom, at the top, depending on what kind of screen you're on, has all those codes as well. So again, we are FunkyBrims, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and online at FunkyBrims.com. And we carry Laird Hatters, Alfonso d'Este, Boston Scally, Hannah Hats of Donegal, Peaky Hat, Hologram Paris, and we carry our own line as well, which most of the ones we're going to be talking about tonight are on our own line. So we'll kind of jump into that right now. Did get in today and drop in nice Christmas hat, the Royal Stuart Tartan. It's a wool, 100% wool, made in Italy for us on the Alfonso lines. And that comes in a flat cap, which I've got on here. Sarah will show off the newsboy here in just a second. But this is the Royal Stuart Tartan, one of the most, probably one of the two most famous, well-recognized Scottish tartans. But this one, it looks very Christmassy, of course. And so this one is the flat cap is going to have a quilted lining, nice winter there, and funky brims. This is 100% wool, and just a nice profile, the same one that you're used to seeing in all of our flat caps. Let Sarah show off the newsboy here. So she liked it, wanted to do it. So you can see there's the newsboy. Kind of look down for a second. They did a great job, as they normally do, of getting all the lines matched up and all that stuff on the newsboy. And so newsboy is $78, flat cap is $72. Both of those will be 10% off with the code FBLine10. And so those dropped right at 7 o'clock when we started here. Is that the same fabric from the Rudolph masterpiece? Yes, I believe it is. Good question there, Eric. We did use a little bit of Royal Stuart in that. It's just a great Christmas fabric. Those of you who've never looked at it close, you do have black. You have red mainly, black, and some green in there, a little bit of yellow as well. But this works really well as a Christmas tartan. And so all of those are out there nice. Again, the newsboy is going to have a cotton lining, as we have been doing. The flat cap's going to have a quilted lining in it. I don't know how you spell Christmassy, but I'm going to go with how you spelled it. That works for me as well. So I know we're probably on a little bit of a delay here, but we just wanted to make these classic Christmas caps. Goes with everything. Nice reds and blacks. For sports teams as well. But I have one of these had made for me a long time ago for Manchester United. So any of the sort of red and black sort of teams, this works with those as well. And so Chris, appreciate you buying them. It looks like several of you are jumped on right at 7 and started buying these, so appreciate that. And again, code FBLine10 will give you 10% off. And, feel free to jump in. We're also going to have a contest. Every comment is an entry into a drawing for a free cap of your choice from the FunkyBrims line, anything we dropped this fall. And so that'll be drawn at the end. And so, again, every comment is an entry into a drawing for that. Hey, Randy. Nice. Appreciate you jumping on. And so can't wait to see what your wife bought you that you paid for. Yeah, that's a nice surprise. At least you know where it's coming from, right? And so, it's got to be something good. At least we think so anyway. So anyway, we have the Royal Stewart flat cap and Newsboy. Show up. Somebody asked, I think, what the lining. So the lining on the inside of the Newsboy is just going to be all kind of cotton, as opposed to the flat cap, which is going to be quilted. And so every time somebody walks in front of the Zoltar machine, we are here in our store. It closes at 7 on Wednesday nights. So normally when we're doing this on Thursdays, we did it last Thursday from the store because it was Thanksgiving, and then doing it tonight as well. So there you go. Actually throw that back on. So those are 2 of the new ones for tonight. We also dropped just kind of quietly online, shot a little video, whatever, this week, and had a few other new ones as well that I wanted to point out here.
Thank you.
The Greenstone Tweed. So this one is by Hologram. And this one, we had a midnight tweed earlier this fall that we did. And that one sold really well. So this is going to be the same shape, look just like that one, except it's going to be green instead of black. And so, and this one, is a nice kind of, almost like a Donegal sort of tweed with a bunch of color flecks in it and that sort of thing. But it makes a nice kind of Christmassy looking cap as well. With the green, black, and then just all the little pops of color that you see when you're up close. So you've got the same kind of thing under a brim. And this one's got a little quilted lining. It is going to be 100% pure wool, made in Italy by Hologram. And so that is the Greenstone Tweed. This one is $64. And then you can actually get the 15% off on that one. So that'll give you another roughly $10 off, something like that. So take it down to $54. And then, of course, all of our prices when we quote them are going to be shipping included. So is that a Garrison, Dean asked. It's very similar to the Garrison from last year that we still have. We've restocked it this year as well. It's also very close to the first class caps as well. It's a little bit different. The first class was more of a solid. And so it's the same kind of cut with hologram. And so
how long will the mystery boxes be available?
The mystery boxes. So we've enjoyed doing the mystery boxes. So we got kind of 2 flavors of mystery boxes. We got the $65 we pick them free caps and a bag of pins for $65, and then we have the build your own mystery box, which is really just pick 3 of these caps for $75. And that's been going really well, and it seems like people have enjoyed it. And there's some caps we're just trying to get rid of, move some of our inventory. As those of you who are on here or read our posts and stuff know, we're moving the hat room. It's going to be moved into its own store. We're going to be moving the warehouse over there in the same building as that. So we're having a little bit of a make some room, move less stuff sort of sale on some of them as well. And then some of them we're just, we appreciate you guys, all of it. And so we're trying to, throw some good deals out there. That build your own, gives you a nice option to, pick up some inexpensive gifts for other people if you want to gift them to, family members, coworkers, whatever it is, or, just kind of build out your collection and try out some different ones as well. So, hey, Bishop, hey, Jeff, some people still jumping on. Any more caps going into the build your own mystery box selection? Scott asked. Yeah, we may throw some more in there. We're still looking at it. I actually tweaked up the list just a little bit this week before I reposted it. So there's a few new ones in there that are different. A few of them completely sold out that were on there. So that's great as well. Again, less ones to move as well. And so, yeah, this one again is the Greenstone Tweed. And it kind of looks brown in that particular light. Kind of get it in there a little bit. You can see it's definitely more of an olive green, but again, got those pops of color in it. Makes a nice holiday era cap as well. And for those of you who are new on there, I see some people talking on the Royal Stewarts. Again, there's a flat cap and a Newsboy. that are out there. Let's see. Yeah, Scott, you need more 61s in there. Well, we'll figure out something. Daniel asked a question: are most of the women's caps one size fits most? Most of the women's caps are going to have some elastic in it. I think Sarah would agree. That's, kind of lets you have a little flexibility with how you're wearing your hair and that kind of stuff. But most of them are going to be either 56 and 58 or 57 and 59. But, above that number, there's going to be, a centimeter to two. So a 57 probably goes all the way up to a 59. A 59 is going to go all the way up to a 61. Again, depending on kind of how you wear your hair and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, and we've moved a lot of those build your own mystery boxes. So we'll look at throwing some more in there as well, and make sure we have some of each size and everything. So again, nice Christmas cap here. Kind of keep moving a little bit. One of my favorite ones. This one's a little bit more pricey. This one is an Alfonso design, Alfonso Dest. They're co-branded with us, so they kind of did the design, if you will, in terms of the fabrics, and then they put it on our shape. So it's kind of co-branded, but the one that they would have made, and it might be similarly sold other places, is going to be. Wow, that's weird. Somebody's calling. We got a phone booth in here, and there's no good reason for anybody to be calling at this time of night. But what did it? They return the calls. Yeah, people come in here. They try to call somebody because it's an old rotary phone. And so a lot of people think it's fun to try to figure out how to do that. And they call somebody. Of course, they don't answer because they don't know who it is. And then later they try to call back. But anyway, this one is the Hemingway patch. Kind of getting close here. This front fabric is black with some tan. That's kind of a pink to red. And then some blues in there. Just kind of it's got a nice texture to it. Have a kind of nice blue herringbone going on the side, and then this kind of nice tweed in the back. Again, it is Alfonso Dest. It's got their pretty fancy lining in it. It's co-branded with us, so it's going to be one that they've kind of designed to put the colors together, but they made it in our shape, so we get a little more narrow, not so poofy one as there is on some of the shapes there. And so, Troy said they can stretch the 59. We've gotten pretty good at stretching stuff. If especially if you have a little patience. There was somebody who wanted one of our collaboration caps, and all we had was a 58, and so managed to get a 58 up big enough where it fits me and my 61, 62 size head over 4 or 5 days of kind of stretching it. Antox asked a great question. Any Christmas Hales collabs? So there are going to be 2 collaborations and drops next week. There's going to be one on Monday, one on Friday. They're both very much Christmassy colors, but not necessarily Christmassy themed, and not necessarily so Christmas that you couldn't wear it in January still. And I think the Hales people, and we do that. I mean, we do some that are kind of a little bit more holiday specific. But there'll be great Christmas colors, definitely ones you can wear, and call it a Christmas flannel or whatever, but hopefully still wear it in January, February, etc. And absolutely love the caps that have come with those as well. So, we'll be dropping our caps just so you can be watching for it. Our caps will drop Sunday night, and then the flannels will be dropping Monday. And then we'll have another set of that going next Thursday and next Friday. So so that's a good question. Yeah, somebody asked about the apostrophe. That is, if you look at Alfonso Dest, how they spell it, there's that kind of apostrophe there, and so that's the symbol that they put on it. So that's it's going to, when it's Thursday designs, you'll have that on there. And so this one is the Hemingway patch. Nice kind of a little bit of a rustic kind of feel to this one, even though it's some fancier colors. Got a nice brim there as well, thinner lining on it as well. So that is the Hemingway patch.
And what's up next, Mr. Hatman?
What's up next? Let's see. Hey Rob, appreciate you buying that. The Royal Stuarts, those are just nice caps. Again, it's kind of a classic one, but it's one of those that we felt like we needed to add to our line, and so we're excited that those came in. And the blue herring pub cap. This one is another one by Alfonso. Blue herring because it's a blue herringbone. Just a really nice, soft. This one's going to be, I'm sure, 100% wool, Italian made. You got kind of their lining in it. Going to have that same apostrophe on it. This one's going to be more of kind of a 6-panel shape, if you will, pub cap shape, and kind of a. I'm going to say that's actually a real leather. That's a real blue leather brim there underneath as well. So, yep, that's a real. That is, yep, on the tag. That's real leather. So thought so. So a little bit fancier on the brim and that sort of stuff. Again, kind of a nice sleek cut there for us. And so this one is the blue herring, and that's out there and dropped this week as well.
Is the Stuart tartan bright red like the website? It might be the lighting, but it looks a little light. It is bright red.
Yeah, it's pretty bright.
It's Christmas tree bright.
It's Christmas tree bright. Yeah, this is definitely a Christmas red, if you will. Let's see. I would say, it may not.
Don't put it up against that pink thing behind you, honey.
Yeah, let's kind of put it here.
Yeah,
there we go. There we go. Put it with a nice black shirt behind it. For those of you who may be curious or hadn't ever seen it, it's Jenna on here. Jenna will recognize what this shirt is. This is the G era, which I think was the very first Hales flannel that they dropped. So I was looking for something with a lot of kind of black in it to match up with a lot of stuff tonight. And so this one is G era, very first one they dropped, and kind of see how they did. Make sure I'm up over that, kind of the Hales there. So this one is an old one. I'm not sure exactly when that was. Maybe Jenna can tell us when that one was. But yeah, so I think that's a good.
Thank you guys for complimenting the store.
Yeah. Yeah, having a lot of fun. She got to decorate one of the big museums here in town this year too. Helped decorate it with a lot of our stuff, and so we've got a lot of bright colored stuff going everywhere. A lot of colored disco balls and everything decorating the town.
Will Alfonso ever make a good fella in other colors? Ed is asking. You might need to repeat my question.
Yeah, Ed is asking, will Alfonso ever make a good fella in some other colors? We may. We actually, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but there is actually the good fella is a pinstripe cap, and so we have a collaboration that's going to be coming out early next year that'll have a nice pinstripe. So Jenna said this is a 2021 era shirt. So again, the G era for those of you who asked earlier. And so but again, the Royal Stuart there, and also cap of the week. This is one from last year, but appropriately going to bring it back. And I think I put this one down to $40 tonight for the cap of the week, and then you'll get 15% off of that. So that's $6 off of 40. Knock it down to $34 shipped, and that's the Holiday Houndstooth. So Holiday Houndstooth, this is by Hologram. Houndstooth, but you got, a couple of shades of green there, a little bit of red in it. Just kind of gives you that holiday feel. Also wouldn't be odd at all to be still wearing it around St. Patrick's Day a little bit as well, but just kind of a nice classic Houndstooth flat cap, Holiday Houndstooth, and that is the cap of the week.
You put the razor blade in the good fella.
Yeah, you can put a razor blade there, sure. Absolutely. Just kind of put it down, put it in there and put it there, with the pin through there. Randy asked an interesting question. Do any of our hat pins have the magnetic backs? I'd love to hear people's feedback who have those. My fear is, yeah, a lot of Sarah's do in the store. So I've always been a little bit worried that they're going to fall off. And so, but I've been assured by a lot of people that they have really strong magnets in it. And so that's not something that you need to worry about. And so, I am personally not bothered by putting the pin through it. And maybe that's just me. I always kind of line it up right on one of the seams, stick it right in there where the seams are anyway. And, then you can pull it out and you'll never know it was there. other people do it other places and they don't like, having the hole left there, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I've just always been worried that they would fall off. So all of ours right now have pin backs with, with this kind of rubber that holds it in behind it. And so, but if any of you have had great experience, Ricardo says he has several from Peaky Hat and they're solid. May have to ask Ryan exactly, what kind of magnets or whatever they're using, or if he's had any bad luck with it as well. And, we may try that sometime. And so Mad Hatter pin is magnetic. We may try one sometime. So see a lot of you saying that you've liked the magnets. So I know our pin maker has as an option. I've just never done it, so maybe we'll try it. And there's a lot of sort of exotic stuff in the pins right now. Some of the ones we've got one coming next year that actually spins. It'll make a lot of sense when you see it when it's spinning. So that one's going to be kind of cool. It's going to kind of have an outside and then a thing in the middle that spins. And then we've done ones with glitter before. We've done ones with glow in the dark before. And so a lot of we have one that is going to be 3-dimensional, the mold. So you'll see a little bit more depth and texture to it. And so that'll be a lot of fun ones coming next year as well. So you're cutting yourself off from caps till St. Patty's. Well, you may need to because we're going to have some nice ones for St. Patrick's Day. We like St. Patrick's Day around here, and so we've kind of gone all out and working with hails and some other things that we're doing as well. There's going to be a lot of them that this time. What is the Goodfellow? The Goodfellow was a cap from last year and that one was particularly, I think, blue with a pinstripe. So it was a nice newsboy. It just was all kind of pinstriped and really has a cool look to it. There may still be one out there. I'm not sure. I might have to search on Goodfella and see, maybe down to 1 or 2 of them left, and I'm not sure what sizes. So, yeah. So spinning pin, sign me up. Oh yeah, especially when you see it, it'll be a St. Patrick's Day era pin that spins. So that'll be fun. Let's see, pin back with screw keeper or your go-to. Yeah, there's some of you I know that literally screw it in, and you got to get a little wrench to get it off and all that kind of stuff. So it's. Yeah, so and also would be a little bit concerned, I guess. You guys tell me if you had some really thick cap with a nice, thick wool and a big quilted lining in the back. It just seems like to me that could potentially, make it tougher for a magnet than say if you were looking at a summer linen or something like that. So I don't know. Well, we'll have to try one. Maybe one of those. I'll see if they'll do half and half or something like that, and we can have a little test of who wants it. Yeah, the glow in the dark's cool, especially around Halloween. We've had some black cats where the moon kind of glows behind it, and so there's all kinds of different ones we're going to try. So Mike just got 9 caps in. Yes, you did. Yeah, that was a nice one, and yeah, enjoy the Rudolph and all that stuff. Yeah, and you hope you like it. So Alan says he could see it being an issue. So anyway, we'll think about it. We'll see. If you guys have some thoughts on the magnets, send it to us. Otherwise, we'll kind of keep moving a little bit. Again, Sarah, you want to show real quick the Newsboy again? So again, same thing. Royal Stewart, one of the new ones tonight. The Newsboy, nice sleek look. Let her model the Newsboy.
Sleek look?
Sleek.
Oh, sleek.
Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleek. Whatever. Okay, so that's it.
That's it. Again, kind of typically how we've been doing them. They did a great job of getting all the eight panels kind of matched up and looking sharp and all that stuff. So there you go. Let's see, going back to a couple of them real quick. From a couple of weeks ago, Hurricane Hound. We've sold quite a few of these, but we still have them left in some sizes. And so Hurricane Hound. So kind of see from the top of it, it's kind of got that almost, looks like a little bit of a hurricane. Plus my alma mater, the University of Tulsa, is the hurricane, and they're same blue and old gold. You Michigan people, this is your colors as well. I'm sure other teams as well. And so this is the Hurricane Hound. That's by Alfonso as well. Nice satin lining in that one. Other sort of Christmassy looking ones that I want to remind you guys of. I like this one a lot as well. The green shade. So, it's got a few other colors in there as well, but, a nice kind of Scottish tartan looking one again. But, mainly green. Definitely got some red there. Also got some blues, blacks, yellows thrown in there. But the green shade definitely has one of those, again, that you can wear around Christmas time and it'll look like a Christmas hat and wear it the rest of the year, and it'll just look like a nice tartan or something like that. Somebody's not happy outside. Another new one from last week, the Dublin Hound. So why Dublin Hound? This one again has the green, but it's got the orange in it. And so it's got kind of the colors of the Irish flag, if you will. Got a little bit other colors thrown in there as well, but just kind of reminded me of sort of the Irish flag when I saw it. And, again, they did a nice job of matching those patterns up. I like it. My OCD-ness, likes it when you kind of see, things matching up like that in the front. And so this one is by Alfonso as well. Same kind of nice higher end satin lining, or it's Alfonso and us. It's co-branded there. So this one is the Dublin Hound.
I think Paul is asking, why is that one so expensive?
Why is that one so expensive? That's a great question. It is all about the material. And it's just one of those things that bringing them over, we definitely have tried, our philosophy is we want to have things at all price points, so there's something for everybody, so that you can get a nice hat for $34, or there's some of these that there's just no way to bring them over. Our cost is just that much higher. We actually have one that came in today that I haven't put out yet. That's going to be, the most expensive cap we've ever had in our store. But when you see, you'll see why, and it'll work for some people and won't work for others. But it's that in particular one is a really, really high grade leather that's rough cut and dyed blue and all kinds of, just funky stuff that you can kind of see why that one is. But this one is all this is a really expensive British tweed that was used on this one. And so, for some of those, we just want to try it and, and kind of see how people liked them. And, that's just why it's more expensive. It's a function of what it costs us. And, figure no harm's done if we bring it in. And, and it doesn't work, you're no worse off than if we didn't bring it in at all. And so, again, there's some of these where we just see them and we really like them, but we want them on our shape. So, again, this is kind of one of their designs, one of their caps, but on our kind of more narrow American shape, if you will, for those of you who are wanting. So I hope that's a good explanation, but it really has nothing other to do just it's how expensive the material is that's used on it.
High quality material.
Yeah, high quality material, 100% wool, all that kind of stuff. But you can kind of see with this one, you got to get a special tag there, this woven in England tag that they only put it when they use kind of some of their sort of premium British tweeds and that kind of stuff. So those are always going to be a little bit more expensive when we do those.
Hold on, we have one more. Any layered collaborations in the works? Speaking of England.
Yeah. Well, kind of speaking of expensive, I'll just kind of lay that out. I've had this question a lot, so I'll tell you. Yeah, the question is, are you going to do any layered customs right now? So the layered customs, when you look at what it costs to do the custom with them over and above just, what, say the load and wool, the ox bloods and that sort of stuff. So, cost to me is going to be about $15 higher on those. And then, you then multiply that by the exchange rate, which is really crazy with England right now. The tariffs was really crazy with England right now, shipping, all that kind of stuff. We started pricing those out. A custom with them is I'm going to be having to charge like $130 for those right now. It's just gone up that much in the last year versus doing a custom on our line, that we've got out here at 78 or 84, something like that. And so we just decided that, we were really excited about some of the color combinations that we got, like the Rudolph, and then some of the stuff we're looking at for St. Patrick's Day. So we just need to wait for those prices to come down a little bit, exchange rates to kind of normalize a little bit, because I just don't want to, if I can sit there and say, hey, I just like this one that we're doing on our line, just as well as one I can develop on that, and it's going to be $80 instead of $130. There's just no reason to bring it in just to say we brought it in, from England instead of Italy. So that's the simple thing. So we will still do, we don't have that sort of premium for the customs. When we're looking at, we're definitely going to do a lot of the, we'll continue to do the Loden wools in different colors. We're looking at some really nice ones for spring and summer. Those of you who remember the dragon scales, I think we ended up calling it last year with the diamonds and all that, and some of the linens from them. We're going to have that on there. But yeah, I mean, there's just nothing to do about the tariffs, duty fees. Shipping is getting really high right now. Yeah, and so those of you who do it with it at all, it's unfortunate. So we still have a great relationship with Laird. I'm looking at doing something with them on St. Patrick's Day as well, and so they're it's certainly not done with them, and I'm not saying there won't be anything custom, but just kind of that funky blinders ones we did just really got expensive. So Aunt just realized it's Wednesday. What? Yeah, we're doing it on Wednesday tonight. Tomorrow night, downtown Broken Arrow is the annual what they call the Wine Walk. And that is going to be they sold 900 tickets, of which I'm going to guess 800 of them are women or something like that. And they do what?
Why did you say that?
That's just the way it worked out. And going from sort of store to store down here, sampling wine, and it gets pretty crazy in here.
It's utter chaos.
It is utter chaos. And last year we ended up with one person passed out on the floor. Sarah getting hugs from some lady, it was just one of those things. And so, we kind of needed our security guard working the front door, which is me, tomorrow night, and not leave everybody to kind of fend for themselves because, we don't actually have any male employees here other than me. And so, they asked me to be up here. So we moved it early one night, and but we'll be back Thursday nights from now on. That'll be kind of our one this year. Yeah, the wine. I mean, it's the casino kind of mentality, right? I mean, I'm not saying that we didn't sell a lot. We did definitely specify no red wine allowed in the ones that are being sampled here this year because we had some spills last year that messed some stuff up and that kind of stuff. So,
but they scared me.
They scared Sarah. They did. It was a rough one last year, and so yeah, I had my period of time where I was in Oklahoma. State certified security guard, so I can handle the security thing if I have to.
When are you bringing out the leather cap that you just decided to keep?
Yeah, we got to get some pictures taken of it, and I'll probably put it out there. We don't need to necessarily show it on this. I'll do a little video and show it. And again, that one's going to be a little higher price, but it's a really phenomenal leather. And one of those that ought to still be sitting there 30 years from now, if you will. Just a nice quality one. So Alan bounced at a bar. Yeah, that's about what this felt. Just Sarah kicked people out last year.
I did.
She did. Yeah, she did. Somebody was in here with their 21-year-old kid and thinking it was 21-year-old kid and parents thinking it was funny just to sort of knock stuff off the shelves. And that didn't go very well with Sarah at all. So they were gone pretty quick. And it'll just be one of those kind of things. It'll be fun. Muscle shirt and leather scally to make them think twice, especially now that I got an almost sleeved arm done. Yeah. And so we'll kind of give that whole look, if you will.
No, my look, they'd all think it was cute.
We know some police officers in Oklahoma as well. So anyway, going back here. This one is the Regent and Blue Mist. Regent is a new series that we started dropping last week. Going to have some other colorways in this one. This one is going to be a lot like the first class from last year. You can see why I said Blue Mist, except this is going to have the thinner liner. So those of you in Oklahoma, Texas, places, Florida, places where you don't necessarily need that quilted liner, this is a great choice. If you're up north and you're going to get cold, the first class, it's pretty similar material. Just kind of giving you a little bit of climate choice there, if you will.
Will we see a Mr. Funky cap?
Yeah, we're working on that. That's a great idea. I've heard that from several people. I'm not sure exactly where that came from. I feel like Mr. Funky's cap just feels like a summer cap with those colors in it. and probably easier to find those bright colors in summer material as well. And so, yeah, that is definitely on the list of ones that we want to get made and be a lot of fun. So, yeah, we just got to find exactly the right material. It's not one, we don't want to do things like that halfway. If we find it, we want to make sure we nail it. And so, yeah. And do you even lift, bro? I don't know who you're talking.
The answer is no.
Michael bounced at a strip club. I bet that's a different level right there. So there you go. So for those of you who are just joining, we will continue to remind that we have the Royal Stuart carton tonight, flat cap and newsboy that dropped tonight right as we were starting this. If you like those colorways, want it a little bit darker, we have the lumberjack from earlier this year as well. So lumberjack is from Laird. Nice, just sort of buffalo plaid, and this is it's probably a little bit darker than it's coming off on the screen. I think that's probably a little bit more right there. But lumberjack plaid from Laird, nice kind of satin lining in it and everything. So that one is out there as well. And a few other Christmas colors. Go the Hooligan, which is from last St. Patrick's Day, buffalo plaid and green. And so that one is out there as well. And continuing on not quite buffalo plaid, but sort of lumberjack feel. We have the lumberjack in white and black, which is a great cap as well. This one is on the FunkyBrims line that we dropped this fall also.
Is the new Christmas cap the funky cut?
Is what? Say that again.
Christmas cap, is it our cut?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. All of these are going to be ours, our cut. So yeah, we're not going to bring in any that are too poofy or big. The tuxedo. So this one is a nice one as well. This one's been dropped a little bit, but kind of a holiday party, if you will, kind of thing. Nice black and white, kind of a little bit of a chain there, material. Just kind of a nice fun one. Again, thinner liner inside. So that's the tuxedo.
Scott said my wife calls me her lumber snack.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Well, depends on what she means by snack, I guess. So
we know what you mean.
Yes. Spin wheel garnet. And I think this one is another. So if you're looking for something different with some Christmas colors on it, this one works as well. So show that one off as well. And keep the questions coming. Again, for those of you who joined, Chris with FunkyBrims, Sarah, Funkified FunkyBrims, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, but we ship online. So one of these two corners, depending on how your screen is, there should be a QR code that'll take you to the link. The very top of this whole chain of comments is linked to take you as well. And or just go to funkybrims.com. And then probably down right here, there's a banner that has the discount codes for tonight. FB line 10 for 10% off all the FunkyBrims line, and holiday 15 for 15% off all the others. And let's see.
What's the lining of the holiday houndstooth?
The holiday houndstooth. The holiday houndstooth is going to be a quilted lining. Not a super thick quilt, but a little bit. Kind of a nice, soft, satiny feel on it. Again, this one's made by Hologram. Cap of the week this week, have that one down to $40. The 15% holiday 15 will work on that. So that'll make it $34 after that 15% is off. 15% is taken off. And so that's the holiday houndstooth. Do you have a Rudolph pin to put near the Royal tartan? Want to see how it looks? I do not have a Rudolph pin. The Rudolph pins actually completely sold out. And in fact, we ended up one short. And one of you who will remain nameless was nice enough to had bought several of them and was nice enough to send us one back and kind of made a little trade there so that everybody got a Rudolph pin. Yeah, we started off with, I think, about 100 of those extra over and above the ones we kept back to go with each cap. And those sold really fast. And so they are all gone right now. And
Dean asked, how do you scan a QR code when it's on your screen? I've wondered the same thing. I have no clue.
Well, if you're looking at it on a computer,
yeah,
you can scan it with your phone.
But if you're watching it with your phone.
Yeah, I always wonder that. Like when somebody, sends you here's my Venmo
Yeah,
QR code in a text message, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do with that other than guess what, the username is or something like that. But
yeah, that's weird.
yeah. So
hi, Amber.
hello everybody.
The Butcher collaboration, is that the FunkyBrims cut?
The Butcher collaboration, yes. All of the ones that are collaboration with Hales is going to be the FunkyBrims cut. All of those, I can't imagine a scenario when we're making a newsboy that's not going to be our cut. I mean, even when we did the Tommy Shelby, we didn't, we kept it in our same cut. And for those of you who I will say that for those of you who missed the Tommy and have been asking about it, we do have confirmed we're making another run of those. I think that'll turn out to be just one of our evergreen ones that stays in our collection, or what, if you will. So we will have that gray Tommy, and then there'll be a blue Tommy coming up at some point as well. That'll be a lot of fun as well. So I got those two coming. Let's see. Yeah, so the Tommy's coming. Yeah, we're looking at a couple of those. Those of you who liked the we'll call it Scarlet and Gray for the Ohio State fans, that was in the Gothic. Probably that same material is going to show back up in a flat cap as well. So got that one coming. Everyone really liked that, and so yeah, appreciate all of those of you who have been looking at the store. We kind of walked around and showed the whole store last week. We won't do that again, in terms of showing everything. But those of you who did some Christmas gifts, through a coffee cup or through something else like that in with your hat orders, appreciate that, as there's a lot of great stuff over here as well. And so yeah, let's see, moving on a little bit. Those of you who are patchwork fans, sold quite a few of these, but we still got some as well. The Wildling, this one is one that is by Alfonso. Again, this is some of their fabrics, and you'll see. I will point out there is some of them that and it's intentionally distressed. So don't think there's anything wrong with it if you get one that has some fabric that kind of looks like that. That's on purpose. But the Wildling just kind of has a lot of different colors, a lot of different things going in. This one is co-branded with Alfonso as well. Nice, this is a quilted lining, but more of like it's not a diamond, it's a little bit thicker satin. And this has got some pretty heavy tweeds on it as well. So this would be a great cold weather cap called the Wildling. And so that's out there as well. Let's see, any more questions coming here?
Somebody asked if there'll be a live tomorrow, so just explain again.
Yeah, so we are not doing a live. Those of you who on Thursday this week, so moved it early one day, didn't want to miss the week and miss you guys, but did have to be here. There's a whole thing going on downtown next week where there's going to be super busy. Bunch of people, sampling lines at different stores, including ours, and kind of walking around, and it gets a little crazy by the end of that. And so, this week only, Wednesday. Next week we'll be back on Thursday again. We'll have a drop going off on Thursday for next week, I believe. So, what is the warmest cap you currently have in stock for us Northerners? That is a great question. I think it would be any of those. Wildling would be one of the candidates for it. We also have some others from last year that had some quilted lining in it as well.
Is that tuxedo one thick enough?
The tuxedo, yeah, the tuxedo has a thinner lining, but this is definitely a thicker wool here. So I would say the tuxedo is a nice choice. One of the other new ones tonight, we'll kind of go back through those. The Hemingway patch. This one has some pretty nice thick material as well. On it, and so those of you who may have missed it, this is the Hemingway patch, which is new this week as well. Really pretty cap, I think. And then you also had the Blue Herring, which is this one. And then I would say like the first class ones from last year, that's wool that has a quilted lining as well from Hologram. There's several of them from Hologram. They're going to have the quilted lining in it and have some pretty thick, but this Wildling it would definitely be one of the candidates, I think, because does have both the thicker lining and just some really, really thick material all around it. So if you're into that,
Rob's going to be on a cruise ship next week in Mexico watching the live.
All right. I appreciate those of you who, who follow us, right, and are willing to jump on from a cruise ship. We tried to always make it when we're on vacation and try to keep it. This wine walk's the only thing that we just couldn't figure out a way around. For me to be two places at once, and I didn't think wouldn't be much of a lie to try to do it with a bunch of people walking around and that kind of stuff. So the Holiday Houndstooth also does have a quilted liner. It sure does.
Are you offering your congrats on your free cap certificate?
Yes, and I will not mention names, but we actually had the first person actually request one of those for real in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, we that started off as a April 1st, April Fool's Day joke, but I can help you out.
Can you show the blue herring?
Yep, blue herring bone.
Is that as thick as the text?
This one is going to be, not quite as thick as the tux. It may be a little more dense though, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I think this one is a nice one. We also have, we have one that's called the Stay Warm, and that one actually has the ear flaps that come down and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, if you're really going to be walking through a blizzard, that's probably the one of all of them I would pick. Some people like the ear flaps, some people don't. They do tuck up in there and you'll never know they're there, if you will. And let's see. The other one that was new this week, in addition to the Royal Stuart ones, is, if I can find it, there we go.
Yeah, the Hannah ones are warm.
Yeah. Actually, this greenstone tweed, and there's also midnight tweed. This is a really, really thick tweed right here, and it has a quilted lining in it as well. So if you want one that's warm, look at the midnight tweed or this one right here, and that would be an excellent choice as well as the first class from last year as well. So this one would be a good. Yeah, don't want to look like a basset hound. Yeah, we only have a couple of them with those ear flaps because we had enough requests for them, but
a basset hound.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's funny. So remind you, appreciate the comments. We love the community, love the chat here. Keep the questions coming. We will at the end pick a winner for a free cap of your choice from the FunkyBrims line. Any one of your choice.
You had to keep just one cap. Which one would it be?
Oh man, if I had to keep one cap, what cap would that be? Well, that one is, I have a lot of favorites and I would have trouble narrowing it down to one, but it would have to be my Oxblood Loden Wool. That's the one. You knew that. Absolutely. So, the Oxblood, I had an Oxblood before I ever opened FunkyBrims. One of the first ones I knew we were going to bring in, and might trade out. My old one had a quilted lining. This year had more of a thinner cotton lining. So that's probably the only thing I would change out. But that Oxblood can look black, it can look purple, it can look burgundy, it can look red. It's just a great color. And so that would be the one that I would pick if I had to pick just one. But I wouldn't want to have to pick just one. So
never.
Have a lot of people signed up for the email list for the March meetup. Depends on how you define a lot, but I think it's a fair number at this point. And we are putting together some hotel recommendations, some information on travel and all that kind of stuff as well. Is the midnight tweed in your line? The midnight tweed and the greenstone tweed, those are a hologram. So yeah, those are both made by Hologram. That one is $64. The 15% off will work on that one. So, get another roughly $10 off or something like that. And as I'm sitting here looking for it, it's on my head. So yeah, have a good laugh at that. Yeah, I was sitting here looking for the greenstone tweed, and it's right here. So yeah, the new Tommy. I love the Digbeth too. That's a great one from this line as well. So yeah, Bishop's not far away, up over in Oklahoma City area, and so yeah, keep the questions coming. We're going to make this an annual deal, so love it if you can make it this year. If not, we'll be doing it again next year. we will we'll be opening. If the new store is not open, I'll be disappointed that it's not open. But we'll definitely be enough in that space that we'll be doing something in there, let everybody kind of see it and all that kind of stuff as well. So let's see, price plane tickets, and you could get a half dozen caps for that price. Yeah, I understand. That's a choice. We appreciate those who can make it, and appreciate those of you who will. We'll find some occasion from that to jump on live. Let some of the people who are here jump on, so you can see what their faces look like, and do something like that as well, so that those of you who can't make it can still sort of participate in it a little bit as well.
Alan said it's an 18-hour drive from Jersey. I have made that drive, Alan. You can do it.
Sarah has made that drive.
I did.
She was going to New York City, and she found some place to park in New Jersey and took a train over because she didn't want to actually drive into the city.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. But I did it with my kids.
With kids and your mom,
yeah.
Not me. That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. You can do it. I believe in you.
What is the name of the one I am wearing now? This is the Greenstone Tweed. Greenstone Tweed.
March meetup is what, the 14th?
The Friday, Saturday, whatever. It's mainly the Saturday before St. Patrick's Day. So I can't remember where it falls. It's either 14th or 15th, whatever that Friday, Saturday is as well.
Yeah.
Is the Tommy available? The Tommy is sold out right now, but we do have confirmed another run of those being made. And so we would kind of know a little bit better date. We may put up a pre-sale or something like that on it as well, but it's going to keep chucking back. Eric, it's only 15 hours from you.
An hour and a half from Bishop. You're in Oklahoma City, I think, right?
Yeah.
Man, you're bragging.
Sarah used to make the drive to Michigan all the time when she was a kid.
Okay.
Their family, yeah. So that she knows that drive as well.
Yeah, so, you can do that. I've done that as an adult. I've
done a lot of drives. A few hours from Fort Worth. It's about 3.5, 4 hours, depending on how fast you drive to Dallas, Fort Worth area. Mm-hmm. So sent the child's with the wife. Yeah, absolutely. Well, for some reason we had to drive. The timing was just different, and you were going a few extra places, so I ended up driving separately with another kid.
Yeah, and we met up. I went to Washington D.C.
You went to Washington D.C. and then New York, and we just kind of met you for part of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, we got one coming from Massachusetts, from Boston.
Yeah, wow.
Boston.
Broke down in Manhattan. We're not popular that day. Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
It does.
Absolutely. So. 6-hour drive from Dallas. Boy, if it takes 6 hours to get here from Dallas, you're driving slow. Well, I guess, or you just start at the wrong time in Dallas. Absolutely, yeah. I've done that. I've had drives from Dallas that the same drive can take 3.5 hours or take 6 hours, depending on. Yeah. Try to leave it, right at 5 o'clock on a Friday or something like that. The traffic's a killer.
Ember said to open a second location in Michigan. It is too dadgum cold. I cannot do it.
She's not. Sarah was born in Dearborn, so she knows Michigan, and she's got family up there still, and she doesn't like the cold that much. Mm-hmm. So
I'm not driving from Boston.
No, that would be a long drive from Boston.
Yeah.
So
Oxblood Tommy, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Oxblood Tommy, that would be pretty cool. That is all the new caps we have tonight. Again, we'll pick a winner here in just a little bit, but don't forget, nice Christmas caps here. The Royal Stuart, and so is the Greenstone a masterpiece? No, it's the masterpiece is always going to be on our line. That one's made by Hologram. The masterpieces will be something that we've designed ourselves. It's just ours. Again, some of these are ones that Alfonso has done, or in some cases Alfonso has the one, and we will say, hey, we want to substitute that this kind of fabric for that one, and then put it on our shape, something like that. But the ones that'll be masterpieces will all be ones that kind of started from the beginning, our own design. Do we still have rain runners? Yes, we do. Absolutely still have those, and we also have a new wax cotton. We just brought in one of those, but that's a great waterproof cap as well.
Joshua says 27 degrees where he's at in Michigan. Nope, not going to happen. I cannot do it.
It was 24 this morning when I woke up.
Right, but I don't go out in that.
Right. The Greenstone is it's a newsboy. Make sure it's not on my hat again before I start looking. Yeah, Greenstone's an 8-panel, so it's an 8-panel newsboy. You kind of see again the Greenstone. You can see that all the little flecks in there, like a Donegal tweed material, quilted lining. Same thing under the brim there. A little bit of kind of a piece of leather or something back here. Nice little touch. And so yeah, that's the Greenstone. Bring that Masterpiece Vincent back. Well, yeah, I'm not sure about the Masterpiece Vincent. We've discussed we're trying to do another run of the Masterpiece Gothic as well. So, but you know, don't want to bring them all back. But we've got other masterpieces coming as well, and so you know there'll be some more of those on the way as well. And then we're in the midst of figuring out what the masterpieces for spring and summer are going to look like as well.
Dude, all of these people live in places where it's freezing.
Yeah, can I show the wax cotton? So don't have the wax cotton here. That is one of them I did not grab when I bring it up here. But Scott, if you message me, I can get you. Well, you got pictures on the internet, but I've got one at my house actually. I worked one day this week when it was raining, and so mine is at the house. And let's see, and the spin wheel. So we have actually 3 different spin wheels, and I do have all those. So you want to see it. Here's the spin wheel garnet, which kind of has a little bit of the Christmas colors in it, red and green, a little bit of brown. So that's a spin wheel garnet. We also have a spin wheel graphite, which is going to be this color scheme with kind of a brown, nice chocolate brown with a dark gray and a light gray going around. And then we also have a spin wheel in blues. This one is a spin wheel cobalt. And this one's going to have a couple of different shades of blue and then also a nice kind of forest green in it as well. So those are the spin wheels. Those all have a cotton lining in it made by Hologram. They're all going to be 100% wool and all going to be kind of a 6-panel pubcap shape. So let's see. I didn't see what Ember said up there. Everyone seems to be seconding whatever she said, so we'll have to figure that out. Are they on the website? All of the caps that we've shown tonight will be on the website. Absolutely.
The cold is why we need hats. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Did I give any hint on the next Hales colors? Can I give hints? So, you know, talked to Colin about that earlier today, and he said the hints for that one would be, you know, again, I'll say there's going to be a couple of them coming in pretty short order next week, and they're going to be Christmas colors without just being so Christmassy that you won't wear them in January, February. And the first one is going to be themed after one of the classic Western movies, kind of one of the characters in one of the famous Western movies that'll make a lot of sense when you see it. But the pin, I absolutely love the pin with it as well. Definitely going to be one of those that you can wear around, and so it's going to be themed after a Western movie. It'll be one of the characters in that. Make a lot of sense when you see it. So I know Jenna was here earlier. Don't know if she still is.
She's homeschooling.
No, okay.
All right.
Yep, that is it.
We need to get a winner.
We need to pick a winner. Sarah's going to pick a winner. Rick, yeah, you need to visit the store. A new shirt and cap. Your wife is going to kill you, especially when she finds out that there's going to be 2 different ones next week. So, yeah. But, you know, the problem is we're getting up close to, you know, there's kind of a magic date where if you don't ship by this date, you're not going to have it by Christmas.
Right.
And so we've kind of rushed out some of our hats. You know, wanted to make sure that everybody has a chance to. Speaking of Rick Kipp, the winner, Rick Kipp. Congratulations, Rick. I saw Rick has a question here. I'm going to answer it, and we'll all congratulate Rick. Anytime we do the collaborations, there will always be at least one newsboy and one flat cap. Often there'll be 2 of one, two of them, whatever it is, but there'll always be at least one flat cap and one newsboy 8-panel as well. So you can definitely expect that. One next Monday is going to have 2 of each. So super excited. Love the one next Monday. Again, I will say that I think that works as a great is going to be a great one that can work for Christmas. Definitely has some Christmas colors in it, but it's one of those that could be worn in January as well. So that's it. I'll wait and let Hales has a great drop going up Friday night of some winter sweatshirts and beanie caps and all that, and then I think they'll probably start teasing out the drop that they'll be making next Monday after that. What do I prefer? Generally newsboys, but it kind of depends on the fabric. I could give you a whole thing, but there's some fabric patterns that work better in a flat cap, and it just don't work well with the way that the panels match up, in my opinion. So some of those I think are better in a flat cap, but in general, I'm kind of a newsboy guy. But I definitely wear plenty of flat caps as well. So, yep, appreciate it, everybody. Congratulations, Rick. Wait, what for? Rick, message me, Chris Opp.
Oh, yeah, you won.
You won. And again, what you won, you didn't even know that you were playing for it, is a free cap of your choice from the FunkyBrims line. So, yeah. And so congratulations on that. And again, thank you for joining. Super excited that this many people joined on a Wednesday night. We'll be back on Thursday.
For tomorrow, trying to survive.
Assuming we survive tomorrow night,
yes.
we will be back.
Yeah.
Next week, Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.